Kit Kats can read. Hey everyone, my name is Katie, welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my July TBR. At first I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do one of these because I am moving. However, I thought, well, I am going to be reading in between certain periods, so why not just do one? So first of all, I'm going to start with my currently reading. The first of which is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Now, this book I am currently 200 pages through at the moment, so I'm like there, near enough, like halfway through actually. I started reading this for the Populathon, which was last week, and I've just been continuing reading it. I'm also listening to the audiobook because I've got that on my Audible account as well, and I'm really enjoying it. So that's the main book that I'm reading. And then when I finish that, I'm going to go and continue on with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I am also really enjoying this book so far. I'm only on chapter 4. Not a lot has happened so far, but I'm very intrigued by it. So the next clip you will see will be me picking my books from all of my jars. As a bit of a randomizer, I will be filming these from my summer house at Aaron's, and that's where all my books lie, so see those next. Hello, so I just want to quickly share with you my spinny wheel of unwrapped books. I had 6 books left, and I will place the picture over here of the screenshot of what number came out. You will just have to believe that that is the number. Why would I cheat anyway, because these are just books and I have no idea what's in them. So the number that came out, as you saw, is number 4. And yes, we shall see what is inside now. I have no idea what this book is. All I can feel is that it is a paperback. So it is a complete mystery. So unwrapping this completely live for you all for your reaction. Let's see what book comes out. I haven't got a clue. Ugh. Okay, the book is out. Ooh, okay. This book I have had for quite a while. This is Geekhood, Close Encounters of the Girl Kind by Andy Robb. I got this signed. I went and met him, and I'll just quickly show you here. Yeah, met the author when he was talking about his book. It's meant to be very funny. I've had this for so many years and I still haven't got around to reading his book, but it says here this is about Archie, who's 14 years old and a geek to the core. He plays role-playing games. He's a level 5 mage, capable of summoning the undead, but in the world things are different. He's going through life's big challenges. Parents, a stepfather, school bullies, rubbish hair, and a beautiful girl appears in his world, and that is the closest that he's come to an encounter with a girl. And Archie embarks on a daring quest to win her heart. So I feel like it's going to be really cute because it's a sort of geeky book with romance in. Yeah, so it's about time that I got around to reading this, so I'm glad that I managed to put this book on my TBR. Next of all is the random number generator. The number that came up was 514. I'll place a picture over here of the number that came up, and that went to the book called Rock War by Robert Muchamore. I have owned this for quite a few years now, admittedly, and this, I believe, is about a band. It says not suitable for younger readers, so maybe there's some swearing in it and stuff, I don't know. But yeah, I've owned this for quite a while, and I remember hearing very good things about it at the time, so yeah, I'm pretty glad this come out. It's a different sort of book as well, so yeah, hopefully I can get around to reading this in July. Next of all, I'm going to pick out my 2019 recommendations. So I've got the jar over here, sat here, and I've already done the courtesy of taking the lid off. Going to give it a good prod with the scoop. Not that it's doing much, but still I'd like to feel like I'm doing something. So I'm going to take out the paper fox that protects them. And I'm going to dig my hand in. You'll be able to watch my hand. Don't want to go in too far because I'm scared of any paper coming out. I've managed to, oh, I've got two here. I'll just go for this one. So I will sit you guys there. Hopefully you don't fall. Whilst I undo this. Okay, cool. Heartless by Marissa Meyer has come up. So I'm going to go and find that book right now. So I've just dug it out and here it is. Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This, I believe, is based on like the Queen of Hearts. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I believe it's meant to be based on Wonderland. So yeah, based around the Queen or something like that. I'm not really sure. To be honest, it's been a while since I've had this again for a while as well. So again, another good book to pulled out. It's really good that I'm pulling out all the old ones actually. From my 2020 TBR, I thought I'd switch up a bit this time, and I went with Girl Online by Zoe Sugg. This will be a reread for me. I've got like the whole series. I loved this first book when I first read it, and I feel like this will be a brilliant summer book to read. So yeah, really happy to put this on my July TBR. So I have some book crates that have old books like that I had beyond BookTube, which I still need to do a video on actually, of like showing all of those books. So I call them like my old books TBR. And I also have some crates of like BookTube year 1 books, so like from all book hauls and TBRs that I did in my first year that I did a reaction to. If I haven't got around to reading them, they are in those crates. So literally I have selected a book that I think I actually got this possibly before BookTube, but I'm not entirely sure. Could have got it at the beginning of BookTube, but I really can't remember. But I've gone with this book because when I saw it and I was just like, oh, I've got like the whole series, why haven't I got around to reading it? And that is the first book in the Morganville Vampires series by Rachel Kane. My goodness guys, I've had this for years and I've got such an urge to give it a read. I'm in a real good paranormal vampire mood. So yeah, I'm putting it on my TBR. I'm very excited to give it a read. Yeah, and it'd be good to knock this off of my TBR, of course. Next of all, we're going to be taking one from the TBR jar. As you can see, lots of little pellets are in here. This is like a gumball machine that I got from the shop called Tiger here in the UK. In case you guys are wondering where I got this, you can probably get it online as well. I thought it was a brilliant idea of way to pick a TBR. Yeah, I got these little pellets from eBay. They come all the way from, I think, China or somewhere. There's 100 in a bag. So as you can tell, a lot of books are in here. So I'm going to give it a little stir, just by twisting it, because the ones that would have been up here go down and then they're mixed among the set of books. So let's see which one comes out at me. There's one at the front here. Let's see what one this one is. Oh, so the book that's come out this time is Beautiful Darkness, which is brilliant because that is actually a book that is on my old books, and they are in like crates. They are books that I got, I think, either the beginning part of my journey on BookTube, or I got them at the stage where it was just before BookTube. So I'm going to go and get that book right now. So here is Beautiful Darkness. Again, it's from my old books TBR box, which is good that this has come out. Yeah, this is the sequel to Beautiful Creatures, and I've owned this before BookTube, so it would be really good to get this book read. I adored the first book. I enjoyed the movie actually to the first book. So yeah, it would be intriguing to see what happens next in this series. Last but not least, I will be choosing from my young adult TBR jar. These are like all of my young adult physical books. So yeah, so it would be really good if I can pick and select one of these. And actually I'm not going to be bothering taking the feather out. I'm just literally going to dig down here somewhere without pulling any out in the process. I've got one in my fingers. Here we are. This one is Kingdom of Sleep by E.K. Johnston. So this, I have no idea which box it is in, but I'm going to go find it now. But this is the book that came out. Due to Kingdom of Sleep being a sequel, I grabbed the first book out of my boxes, and that is 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. This book I did start a few years ago, and I was enjoying what I was reading from it so far. But then I put it down, I think because there was readathons going on. But yeah, I'm very, very intrigued about this book. Plus it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Look at the end papers, they are beautiful and fantastic. And yeah, so I am really, really excited and looking forward to giving this a read. Actually, it's the right moment for me to give a read as well. So yeah, very, very excited. So I'm now going to very, very quickly go over my TBR for the month of July. And I picked out Rock War by Robert Muchamore, and this came out of the Random Generator. My unwrapped book for the month of July was Geekhood, Close Encounters of the Girl Kind. My 2019 recommendation that came out of the jar was Heartless by Marissa Meyer. The 2020 TBR book that I've chosen for July is Girl Online by Zoe Sugg, which is a reread for me. For my old books TBR, I've selected the first book in the Morganville Vampire series by Rachel Kane, which is called Glass Houses. From my TBR jar machine, I've got Beautiful Darkness by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll, the second book that is in the Beautiful Creatures series. And finally, out of my young adult TBR jar, I've got 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. Although the sequel did come out, I will be reading the first book in July. So I've actually got quite a mixture of books for the month of July. This book I've owned for quite a while. Beautiful Creatures books, all of the books in this series I've owned for quite a few years as well, before BookTube even, so that's just amazing that that's on the list. The same with this Morganville Vampires book. I have owned that way before BookTube as well. Got a reread that's on my list. Heartless, I've owned this for a few years as well. Geekhood, that I've owned for a few years. Same with Rock War. All of these books I've owned for a long time. The only one that I've read is Girl Online. Of course, I've got my books I'm currently reading as well, that I'm going through as well, which there's only like 2 that I'm currently reading in July, and that's the latest Hunger Games novel, as well as reading The Hate You Give as well by Angie Thomas. So that's it for me, guys. That is my July TBR. Those are the books. I wasn't really going to do one, but as my books are here, I'm filming on my phone. I just thought like it would give me a chance to just pick something. And although there are a lot of books here, there's like 9 in total if I'm including the 2 that I'm currently reading, but there's 7 here that I've chosen from like all randomness, which is brilliant. Like random number generator, my unwrapped book, 2019 jar, my 2020 TBR I have chosen actually, and the old book TBR I've chosen as well. TBR jar machine of randomness and the TBR jar of randomness. I just love a few random books to put on the TBR as well. Lets me hunt around the room as well to find them. Luckily I've got pictures of all of these books in the boxes on my phone, so I am pretty organised with things like that. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for all of these books, and I've no idea which one I will start after my current reads. That is just something that I'll have to see. Hopefully I can get round to reading these though. I know that July is going to be a busy month because I am moving, but you know, it's good to have some books on my TBR all the same. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. All of my social media links, as always, are linked down below in the description if you would like to follow me elsewhere. But that's it for me, guys. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!